and unlimited text from the U.S. to over 100 countries. For list of countries, go to att.com/prepaid INTL text. Wi-Fi data only or a data add-on good for 30 days from the day you purchase is available for an additional charge. Additional charges, restrictions, and conditions apply.
Hello, I'm Renee Harrell. After an accident, call us as soon as possible. Evidence can be lost. Witnesses forget. It's simple. The sooner we investigate, the better your result. Harrell and Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Offices, Jacksonville.
First Coast Acura Dealers Summer of Performance event has finally arrived. Drive home a new 2019 RDX for $4,200 less than an Audi Q5. FirstCoastAcuraDealers.com. RDX MSRP $37,300. Dealers set their own price. Destination and handling are extra.
You might want to buckle up, baby.
And now get ready for WTF.
You want to prove once for all that I'm better than you? Strap up.
Bring it on, Big Brother Tim, man.
Whose take is first? Brought to you by TireOutlet.com. Wholesale prices, premium service.
All right, crank it up. Here's the deal. Beef asks a question. We'll answer, offer our opinion. You play along as well on the text line driven by Duval Ford, 641-1010. Throw in your 2 cents as well, and Beef will let you know if your
a champion of life
comment gets you a nice prize pack.
That's right.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Prize pack featuring a pair of tickets to the World Golf Hall of Fame. That gets you into the hall, also gets you a shot at the challenge hole around on the putting course, and also you get some free airport parking from our friends at usapark.net.
All right, whose take is finest? Let's begin.
Yesterday,
today's battleground issue.
During the show, we talked about it seemed like it was going to be a done deal. It finally became official yesterday afternoon. Manny Machado will go to the LA Dodgers for a package of 5 prospects. The Dodgers seem to have gotten right coming into the All-Star break. Clayton Kershaw coming back from injury and now adding Machado. Does that make them the clear class in the National League?
Well,
careful.
Yeah, does it make them the clear class? No. Does it put them in a good position? Sure it does. The thing that bothers me, I think, most about the Machado deal is that what did the Dodgers give up? Really one guy, one big name in the minor league system. The rest are having good years, and I get it, but this smacks to me of one of those deals where you look back in 3 years and go, who did they get from the Dodgers? Who did the Orioles get? And you're sitting there scratching your head. I don't know, man. When you trade Machado, I'd rather get, not 5 prospects. I'd rather get 3 prospects and 2 good players. You know what I mean? 2 guys are going to help my ball club. 2 guys that can be a part of the rebuild. Maybe 2 young guys. Maybe the Stripling kid as a pitcher. So that's my bigger deal with it. I think the Dodgers. Listen, Manny Machado's a great player, but great players on teams don't make great teams. Ask the Angels. Ask their counterparts where Mike Trout toils. So I think yes, but I think the Dodgers needed to do that. I'll go this way, Jeff. I still don't think the Dodgers were going to win without Manny Machado. So I applaud them. I applaud them for being proactive and going out and getting them.
Well, the Dodgers have played as good a baseball as anybody as far as the winning percentage in the last couple of months. They've already gone from 7.5 back to already ahead before they ever got Machado. So whether or not they would have gone on to win with or without him, we won't have to worry about now. It's nothing new for the Dodgers. This is an opportunity and for the big market bias to bang your drums today. The
Dodgers are the Yankees of George Steinbrenner. They have taken that title, though, from the Yankees.
Well, except for one real important part. The Dodgers
Yankees won.
The Dodgers can't win.
Yeah.
So I'll believe the Dodgers are winning the World Series with or without Manny Machado when they actually stone up and win. And they don't do that. It's not what the Dodgers do. It concerns me that Clayton Kershaw, the best pitcher in baseball the last 5 years, isn't this year. He's getting hit. It's a great lineup, but this isn't new for me.
Is it, though? Is it a great lineup?
Yeah, it is. It's a great lineup, yeah. I mean, when you add Machado, Matt Kemp is having an MVP year.
Yeah.
He's lost 20 pounds. He's sick good.
The grind may wear him down.
Muncie's good. You still got Bellinger. You got Turner's back and healthy. It's a really good lineup.
Peterson seems like he's having a rebound.
Who?
Yeah.
Jock Peterson.
Yeah, they got a really good team. They got a really good lineup. And
Peterson doesn't even start for him, basically.
But again,
platooned.
You're the Dodgers, okay? And I haven't forgotten you're the Dodgers, and you haven't finished. You haven't with better
Do the
teams.
Dodgers have a better offensive lineup than the Nats?
Yes.
Really?
I'm more afraid of the Dodgers lineup than the Nats. I mean, I don't know if I could say that unequivocally. I don't know what I'd have to look. You love the Nats lineup a lot more than me, maybe because I haven't seen them in a while. Maybe guys are back.
I just saw them.
Yeah.
I just watched them for 4 games.
So it's more top of mind. Well, you also just beat them 3 out of 4, and they didn't score many runs.
With them, but yeah.
I mean, they weren't pounding the ball. Their best players hitting 215. So we'll see.
Yeah, he's also got the power numbers. So
yeah. I don't. Listen. I'm not overly afraid of the Dodgers, if that's the question. Mm-hmm. I do think they're much better, and I think they're probably the best team in the National League. But I think the Dodgers have been the best team in the National League a few times, and they rarely come through for you if you're a Dodger fan.
Mm-hmm.
So
it'll be interesting. I like I said,
I think they got more too. You won't know for 3 years, but they have the kid in single A. He's got 20 home runs already, hitting 300.
Yeah, I know, but he wasn't. Riley. Let me put it this way:
they're not ready.
They traded. I think it was just one of their top 10 prospects.
Yeah. Well, that's the big market part of it. That's the Dodgers.
Is that how loaded they are in their farm system that they can get rid of those guys and not miss a beat?
Well, you just said they didn't have to give up very much. Only gave up 1 of the 10.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, they must be.
So they're that loaded, I guess, is what I'm saying. Because you're saying those players are better than we.
Well, no, I don't know their players.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't write for minorleaguebaseball.com, but I do know that the single A kid at Rancho Cucamonga has 20 home runs.
Rancho Cucamonga.
I think that the Dodgers are good. I think they'll win the West.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't fear them.
Okay.
When the Braves go to the postseason and play the Dodgers, it won't be. I'd rather play them than some other teams. I'd rather play the Dodgers than the Cubs.
Can I take a moment to rip another LA team?
Sure.
The floor is yours.
Thank you. I would like to, if you'd like to play along, rip the Los Angeles Lakers.
All right.
Because I don't understand.
I think we just got to talking them up a week ago. You like their summer league roster. You like Hart and Ingram.
I like those kids.
Yeah. So what's bothering you?
I like Kawhi Leonard a lot better.
And that they couldn't get the deal done?
Why not?
Well,
I said this.
Because they don't have a DeMar DeRozan that they could send them.
Well, I said this weeks ago. They should have struck while the iron was hot. They should have handed the Spurs their roster. Because their plan is to get him next year anyway.
I don't think the Spurs were going to give him to him. They were going to send him east.
Here's the roster.
Give him to the West.
Here's my roster.
Uh-huh.
Tell me who you want. And then traded such players.
Okay, we'll take LeBron.
And whatever was left with Kawhi and LeBron, I'd rather have that team going after a championship than playing all the young guys this year with LeBron.
You can, though.
This year is now going to be officially a wasted year.
The narrative in L.A. is that it's a 3-year project.
Okay.
And that this year you get them,
my point is,
ingrained in the LeBron
you
way. They're
can't
not winning
convince
this
me.
year. They're not winning this
My
year.
point is, you can't convince me that you're better off with LeBron, Hart, Ingram, Ball, Kuzma than LeBron, Leonard, and whatever one's left.
But I can convince you, though, that I'm better off with LeBron, Ingram, Ball, Kuzma, Kawhi. And that's what you can have next year. If you deal 2 or 3 of those guys to get Kawhi
it won't be any worse. There's only one Ball, Jeff. If I got 3 of those guys who are good enough, that's all I need, and then I'll fill in the,
they're not good enough.
Blanks. No, if I had Kawhi and LeBron and one, you take my chances.
Do you think Kawhi and LeBron would beat the Warriors this year?
I think they'd be a heck of a lot better, competitively speaking.
I mean, I'm not
Don't
sure
you?
I don't. I think the Lakers will probably end up about as far along the chain. If they
had Kawhi and Leonard, they could be a Western Conference finalist.
Maybe. Depends on when they face Golden State, which may be in round 2.
Well, you win the.
Depends on how you do it.
You play the season hard, and you make sure you're in the top 2.
Well,
Golden State doesn't care.
Yeah, I think from LA's perspective, though, they know they have a legitimate shot to beat Golden State if they can keep that group and add Kawhi.
I don't think that group is going to matter, is what I'm saying. Next year, the year after.
Ingram is really good.
Well, he might be, but we don't know yet.
Well, you didn't know that Draymond Green was good after year 2 either, right? You got to give them. That's what I'm saying. They got a young team. They don't want to sacrifice everything to.
Maybe they wouldn't have taken Brandon Green. Maybe they would have took Hart, Kuzma, and a first-round pick.
Well, at the end of the day, and you talked about this early in the process, and you were right. Just stick with it. It was a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Popovich isn't giving him to the Lakers. They're a proud franchise.
That may be it.
I'm not going to help build the biggest brand in the West.
That may be it.
So I'd stick with that one.
But if I were the Lakers, I would certainly put out the narrative of we tried to make.
I think that the Lakers believe that with Ingram and a year older, and with their team and LeBron, that they're going to,
Good God, Kisner just Van de Velde at 18.
Did he? He put it in there? They're going to quit. No, he didn't. He's in the bunker. I mean, stream of conscious radio.
Sorry.
That's okay.
That's what happens when the British Open's out in front of you.
Beef, I know there's probably no one that could best our takes from WTF this morning, but do we have any that are flying in yet? Or is your text screen down?
Yeah. Well,
down.
On the Manny Machado trade, one texter said, "Tell Dan to stop it. The best way to build the new way to build a ball club is young prospects. Period. If 3 of the prospects are good and one is a stud, the Orioles did great.
Sure they did. I just wonder if they could have got more from other teams. It doesn't seem like. I mean, you have to identify. To me, if I'm going to trade Manny Machado, I have to get 2 can't miss prospects. Like 2 that I know
like 2 blue chippers?
Yeah.
Well, Kirkson says the Diaz kid is like one of those big, that's an
he had 2 home runs in the Futures game.
He may be Machado.
Yes.
And sooner rather than in 2 years he might be up. So, and if the one or the other 2, but listen,
well, there's 4 others.
Yeah,
so.
but did you look at their stats? All 5 of them.
Yes, they're all pretty good this year.
Those relievers look good to me, right?
This year, yes.
From a reliever depleted team like the Braves, I look at guys that have got like a WHIP under 1 and an ERA .87, and so they're. Leave that to your scouts, I guess. The Baltimore scouts are the ones that will determine whether or not this was a good deal, depending on how these guys play out. I can tell you from this standpoint, I gave up big-name players for guys that you had never heard of at the time, and they've become Mike Fultonavich and Sean Newcomb and, Ender Inciarte and others. So, how long are you do you have to wait? And if you're the Orioles, probably as long as you want. You're god-awful. So it's an easy trade to make. It's an easy trade to make if you're the Orioles. Easy trade. No matter how good Manny Machado is, we're the worst team in the league. It literally.
Well, they had to trade him.
Makes no difference. We don't want to keep him.
Right.
Why would we?
That's a sad thing for baseball in a way.
Well, in the old days, a guy would stay on a terrible team forever, and you'd enjoy him the whole time.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work that way.
Manny Machado meant a lot to the Baltimore Oriole fans. I know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they were heartbroken, man.
Yeah.
That was a tough one to swallow.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
During the All-Star game, I thought it was an awkward interview when Rosenthal interviewed Machado because he's still obviously in the Orioles uniform, knowing it. He's about to change teams. And I just feel like that's tricky to navigate when you're trying to say the right things.
The guy
really
who,
to say.
Somebody tweeted, this would be the greatest All-Star game ever if Machado switches into a Dodger uniform halfway through.
Dude, that would have been glorious.
All right, this is the drill. It's Custom Tree Surgeon Thursday, gang. Been telling you all about Custom Tree Surgeon. Just take down the name because you can just Google them right online when the need comes. There's odds are that you don't have a huge need right now for a tree surgeon or a tree service, but you will, whether it's, hurricane damage, we're in the middle of hurricane season, or whether it's just general upkeep. Maybe you need to have a tree trimmed. Maybe you need to have, some stump grinding, trees removed. They do it all. They do it better than anyone else. They leave your property looking better than when they showed up. Professional, reliable, and the best in the business. It's Custom Tree Surgeons and CustomTreeSurgeons.com.
This Open Championship update on 1010XL is brought to you by Stream Song Resort Golf and Spa and Rapid Response Team.